Duke after Duke encouraged his supporters to volunteer in Trump's campaign.
Will you unequivocally condemn David Duke and say that you don't want his vote or that of other white supremacists in this election?
Well, just so you understand, I don't know anything about David Duke, okay? I don't know anything about what you're even talking about with white supremacy or white supremacists. So I don't know. I mean, did he endorse me or what's going on? Because, you know, I know nothing about David Duke. I know nothing about white supremacists. And so you're asking me a question that I'm supposed to be talking about people that I know nothing about.
But I guess the question from the Anti-Defamation League is, even if you don't know about their endorsement, there are these groups and individuals endorsing you. Would you just say unequivocally you condemn them and you don't want their support?
Well, I have to look at the group. I mean, I don't know what group you're talking about. You wouldn't want me to condemn a group that I know nothing about. I'd have to look. If you would send me a list of the groups, I will do research on them, and certainly I would disavow if I thought there was something wrong. But you may have groups in there that are totally fine, and it would be very unfair. So give me a list of the groups, and I'll let you know.
Okay. I mean, I'm just talking about David Duke and the Ku Klux Klan here, but...
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know David Duke. I don't believe I've ever met him. I'm pretty sure I didn't meet him, and I just don't know anything about him.
That's disqualifying right there. It's breathtaking. That is disqualifying right there. To say you don't know about the Ku Klux Klan, you don't know about David Duke, and the most stunning thing, Willie Geist, is...
It was here in the studio.
This isn't buying him a single vote. I mean, is he really so stupid that he thinks Southerners aren't offended by the Ku Klux Klan and David Duke? Is he really so ignorant of Southern voters that he thinks this is the way to their heart? To go neutral? To play Switzerland when you're talking about the Klan? And to say he doesn't know enough information about the Klan to condemn them, exactly what does Donald Trump expect to learn
Well, he put out
in the
statement.
next 24 hours about the Klan?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's hard to imagine an easier political question than will you disavow David Duke and the Ku Klux Klan? Unless you don't want to really disavow David Duke and the Ku Klux Klan because you think that sends a signal to some fraction of the voters who you need to hold on to for Super Tuesday. Will this hurt him on Super Tuesday? Maybe not.
No.
But if you start looking ahead, if you believe Donald Trump is the nominee to a general election, and a television ad in which Donald Trump will not disavow the Ku Klux Klan, and you know as a Republican you have to win a share of black voters, a share of Latino voters, or a share of any voter.
Hey,
any voter, whatever color they are.
How about white,
a share of
suburban
morality
housewives? How about starting there?
How about listening to another candidate for president who was once asked a very similar question as the one that Jake Tapper asked Donald Trump, and that candidate replied, "Those of us in public life can only resent the use of our names by those who seek political recognition for the repugnant doctrines of hate they espouse. The politics of racial hatred and religious bigotry practiced by the Klan and others have no place in this country and are destructive of the values for which America has always stood." That was Ronald Reagan in 1984.
Who won 49 states.